girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. I'm a beauty enthusiast and consultant who loves to talk about everything that deals with beauty and makeup, and today it is my own version of Colorfix 101. I am no Danessa Myricks. I do not work for her team. I am in no way affiliated with her or her brand, even though I would love to be, but I am not. I'm just a lover of her brand, and Colorfix. And I've been so obsessed with it so much lately. I've been using it a lot lately, and I personally just wanted to create this video, but I've had some of you all reach out and say, hey, would you mind doing, a whole video dedicated to Colorfix? So I created this look that you see here. Every bit of product that you see on my face, even down to my base, my foundation, is Colorfix. So I will show you how I created this look, tips and tricks that I have learned along the way in using Colorfix, and just falling head over heels in love with Colorfix. And hopefully by the end of this video, you will feel more comfortable using the product and, falling in love with it just like I do. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it, and let's get right into this video. So starting off, what is Colorfix and why should you love it? So Colorfix is a hybrid cream color, and it is an extreme long wearing paint that can be safely used as complexion on the lips, eyes, and cheeks. So essentially every bit of your face can be used by Colorfix. Some other properties that make this product extremely amazing is it's a water cream formula that is designed to be used anywhere on the face. And some other high points of this is going to be that they are highly pigmented, once again waterproof, vegan, cruelty-free, made for all skin types, and there is a matte finish with the formulation. Now there are 6 different categories of Colorfix. We have Colorfix Foil, Glaze, Metallic, Nudes, Neon, and Mattes. So those are the 6 categories. And I have Colorfix products from 5 out of the 6. I don't have a neon Colorfix, but I will be getting that soon because the Sephora spring event is quickly approaching. So I do plan on picking up at least one of those. There are about 100 Colorfix products. I have 24. I'm on a mission to get all of them, and I will. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I will have all of them because I need them all. When I say I'm obsessed, you all, I know in the beauty space, in the fashion space, we are quick to be like, oh God, I'm so obsessed. But the obsession is real, and it is legit. So that is one of the reasons why I'm creating this video. I just love Colorfix products, and I just feel like I wanna share the love. And then 2, some of you all have asked, and I feel like, why not, okay? Because there is a bit of a learning curve. Danessa is a makeup artist, and she creates her products to be used for artistry. But these products I love because you can be just an everyday, regular person, and you can get such benefit and usage out of these products. So this video is going to be long, and I don't want to make this video any longer. So I'm not going to swatch all 24 of my shades, but I will show you all 24. And then of course, as we're getting into the demonstration, you will see them on the face. Not all 24 of them, but you'll see a good amount of them. So starting off with the glaze, the Colorfix glaze, I have 2 of them. And this one is called Kaleidoscope. This is a clear formula that has like kaleidoscope flecks in it. You can feel a bit of the flecks on the lips. I applied it on the lips. You'll see it later on in the demonstration. And you can kind of feel a bit of the product, but it doesn't feel anything. It doesn't feel so irritating, and after a while I forget that it's there. But I love Kaleidoscope. And we have Cupcake. So with the glaze, this is the only formula that doesn't dry down to a budge-proof finish. So you're gonna always have that high shine kind of glossy finish. I'm actually wearing Kaleidoscope as like my highlighter today. So this is the only formula that's not gonna be like budge proof once it dries down. But you can place this on top of another Colorfix product, and it's going to leave that glossy finish. It is still going to be waterproof, which is great. So still has that property. Then we get into Colorfix Nudes. Now the nude products you cannot find everywhere that Danessa Myricks Colorfix is sold. So for instance, the nude line is not going to be at Sephora. However, you can find it on her website, Riot Beauty, and also Camera Ready Cosmetics. Those are the 3 places that I know off the top of my head that you can purchase the Colorfix nudes. And as a reference, I will have all of these products that I'm talking about linked down below in the description box. Thank you if you do choose to click on those links and shop through them. It really does help to support my channel. You don't have to click on those links and shop through them, but if you're interested in just any of those products I'm talking about, they will be down below. Okay, so starting off with Nude 3 and Nude 5. This is probably my second favorite Colorfix shade. I use it so much in so many different ways. Here is Nude 7, Nude 9, and then Nude 11. This would be like my third favorite Colorfix shade because it's so beautiful as a bronzer contour, and we'll see that in action today. And with the nude shade, she has 12 of these, and she created them based on the Vision Cream Cover, her foundation Complexion shade. So these shades, I love them, and I highly suggest that you reference her nude line if you're looking for a Colorfix product that you can use for complexion, bronzer, or anything like that. Then we have her metallics, and I have 3 of those. So here is Colorfix in Ballerina. And with the metallics, they can be matte metallics or they can be cream metallics. My absolute favorite shade of all time so far with Colorfix is this shade right here, Celebration. I did swatch Celebration. You talk about a one and done eye look, that's fire, okay? It is Celebration. It is the one Colorfix that if you were like, Chelsea, what's the one Colorfix product I should get? I'm gonna go Celebration. Because this is my one and done eye look. This is my everyday work eye look. When I want an eye look and I don't have time, I'm reaching for Celebration. It is beautiful, and I love the shift that it has. So it's already given me my depth. I've got a little sheen to it because it's a cream formula, but this one has been on my hand for a while, and it has dried down, and as you can see, it's not budging. And when you look at my middle finger, that's the one that I was, rubbing on it, you can barely see that product on there. So, I mean, once it sets, it's in place, it's not going anywhere, and it doesn't crease either once it sets in place. So, okay, love that one. That's #1 Colorfix for me. Then we have the foils. So I have Fantasy, Parade, Mermaid, Nebula. She's fire, okay? She's probably #4 favorite. All of them are my favorite, honestly, but like the ones that I use a lot. And then for the matte shades, this is the category that I have the most in. We have Chestnut, Chocolate, Plum Wine, Tribe, Latte, Primary Red, Desert Rose, Valentine, Exposed, and Brownie. So these are all of the Colorfix products that I have. So I hope that you enjoy this demonstration, and thank you so much for watching. Let's get into the look. Of course, I'm starting bare face. All I have on my face outside of my skincare is her glow serum in the shade. This is Main Squeeze, the light one. And that's it. So I'm gonna start off with using some Colorfix on the lip. I'll quickly apply Kaleidoscope just so you can see what it looks like. So this is what Kaleidoscope looks like. I don't know if you can see the iridescence, but you see it? Put it on the lips, and there you go. Well, I want to use Colorfix as a base. Typically, if I'm doing a whole face of Colorfix, I will either go in with her Vision Cream Cover, or now her new Yummy Skin Serum Foundation. But I do want to show you that you can use Colorfix as a base and how you can do that. So for me, Nude 5 is like my almost perfect nude shade. I can technically use Nude 5 on the face and you don't really see it too much. So I suggest if you're working with Colorfix, get you a nice little palette, because if you use the back of your hand, I mean, you know, you'll just have to get a eye makeup remover or an oil-based remover to remove it off. These are not coming off with water. They're not coming off with soap. Like I said, once they dry down, they're budge proof. So I like to work with a palette. And so let's start off with how I like to conceal my blemishes. Sometimes, depending on the foundation, I might go in with Nude 5 to conceal my blemishes. And if you are trying to color correct, let's say you have a darker pigmentation around like your mouth, or you have dark circles under your eyes and you do have a deeper complexion, use her Colorfix product in Carrot Top. It's an orange Colorfix well, it's not a corrector, but it's an orange Colorfix product. And I've seen her use that on many of a tutorial to color correct darker pigmentation. So for me, I a lot of times want to hide the redness and the scarring that I have from my acne. And depending on the foundation, if I, you know, don't feel like it'll do it all the way, sometimes I'll go in with Colorfix because I know it's not gonna budge, it's not gonna move, and you know, we can build upon it. So hopefully you're not blinded, but do you see that little dot right there? Okay, that is all I'm starting out with, all right? So I've spread it on my palette and I'm just going to dab it here. And as you can see, this is blending really nicely into my skin. So like I said, Nude 5 really, like this is pretty much my winter shade. This is pretty much my shade. It's just a smidge lighter. So we'll see how I like to mix it. So going in with it there. I have not added any more Colorfix to my palette. I'm just using what's already on the palette and what's on my brush. And going from there. I'm gonna add just a smidge more. So adding just a little bit more. And like I've mentioned before in other videos, if you've used Colorfix and you're just like, I can't work with it, a lot of times it might just be the amount that you're trying to work with at once. So go in with a smaller amount. And then when it comes to your tool, she loves to use fluffy brushes, and I have started to small fluffy brushes, and I have really come to understand why she likes to use it for Colorfix, because it allows you to not use too much, and the fluffiness of it helps you to blend the product quicker. So you can see along my chin why Nude 5 is not my perfect shade. It is a little lighter, but it does work for my cheeks. Okay, so I've added that there. Let's go in and prep a color for my face. So I'm gonna take more of Nude 5, so the same dot that I've been, you know, showing you all. And then I'm going to take Nude 9, yes, Nude 9. So this is my concoction. So I added a dab of Nude 9 and then more of Nude 5 because I'm trying to match my complexion. And so here is what I have. Now, adding this to the cheeks, this is gonna leave more of a matte finish, as you can see with me just adding Nude 5. So I'm gonna go in with her beauty oil. I love her beauty oil because it absorbs into the skin quickly, and it acts more like, it's more of like a dry oil versus an overly hydrating oil, or I don't wanna say an oily oil, but you know, overly hydrating oil. So I add a drop of the oil so that it can be a little bit more fluid and not as matte. And I'm using a My Kidco 0.21 brush. And so I'm gonna add that along the face here. And we'll use this as the base. Now, you know, if you're not into, you know, mixing products to find like your perfect shade, then obviously this may not be for you, and that's fine. But I do want to show you, because who knows, if you're somebody who has a hard time finding like your perfect foundation shade, you might be able to find a nude Colorfix shade that can do the trick for you. Colorfix is $18, so definitely more on the affordable side. And I mean, the possibilities are endless. Like, I love Colorfix for just its versatility. So, and if you didn't already know, this video is gonna be very long, okay? Very, very long. All right, so as you can see, we're working with a nice tone here, and I like it. Kind of warms my face up, and I love it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more, finish off the face, and then we'll come back. So face is done, and as you can see, we've got a nice base, and we have some radiance coming through from using her beauty oil, but I promise you, this base is gonna stay in place. And the great thing about the oil is that it doesn't cause the Colorfix to not still be long wearing, waterproof, you know, all the proofs. It will still contain and keep those properties, even if you add a beauty oil to it. So that's another great thing about it. So now going into concealer, so going in with shade Nude 5, and I am just going to take the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A503 brush. This was the same brush that I was using to apply Nude 5 along the face, and blend it right on in. And I was watching one of her Teach Me Tuesday, and she said, just like with anything, you want to give Colorfix time to set in. So someone had asked, you know, if I apply the Colorfix and like, let's say you applied it on your eyes and your eyes have a lot of creases in it, you know, is it going to crease? And she was like, well, yeah, you know, it will crease if you're blinking a lot before it can set into place. And so I have noticed that, like, sometimes I'll apply Nude 5 on my lids, and then if I'm like, you know, blinking a lot, or I might just keeping my eyelids kind of still until it dries, it'll crease. But I am able to blend out the creasing, and then it's like as soon as I blend it out and it sets in place, then I'm good to go. So just wanted to say that too, like in terms of just applying this under the eye. If you do have to blend it out initially, that's fine, because in the next, you know, couple of minutes, it's gonna be in place. So I didn't add oil to the concealer. I'm just using it as is, because I didn't want to make it like too overly emollient. But yeah, I like Nude 5 by itself for an under eye concealer, and also, you know, running it down the T-zone to brighten up the middle of the face. Another great thing that I love about Colorfix is that because it does dry down, you don't have to set your face with powder if you don't want to. However, what's also great about it is if you want to apply powder on top, you can do that. So if you have oilier skin and you're like, I don't trust Colorfix, I need my powder, you can still add powder on top and it'll be just fine. But if you're someone like me who's like, I would like to not to use powder if I don't have to, you don't. You could just use powder at your own will, but you don't have to. Okay. So now I'm going in with Nude 11. I love using Nude 11 as a contour bronzer shade. I can also use shade Nude 9, which is the shade that I mixed in with Nude 5 to create my base. And I'll show you both, because depending on, you know, what you might go for or what you're looking for, either one could work. So, you know, once again, going in with just these small amounts. So let's go in with Nude 9 first, so you can see what that looks like. So putting it on my hand, my finger, and just applying it there, going back in with my Kitco brush that I use to blend in my foundation. And with any Colorfix product, you do want to blend quickly so that, once again, you can get it where you want it to go before it sets. However, if you still going back in with Nude 9. If you move a little slow and the product begins to dry down, one of the ways that I have learned for me to still kind of help the product to blend is use your finger. The warmth of your finger really does kind of like warm up the product and it help it to move. So that is my tip. If you do work a little slow and you're like, oh man, shoot, it's already starting to dry down, use your finger. Also, you could use a little bit of setting spray. So like use dampen your sponge, or maybe dampen your sponge with water, or dampen your sponge with setting spray. And that can sometimes, kind of get the product moving again. So yeah, but I work quickly, once again, going with small amounts so that I don't really have to worry about that. But as you can see, it just blends in so beautifully. Look at that. Look at it. Okay. And then Nude 11, I'll show you what Nude 11 looks like on this side. As you can see, definitely more rich, but it's also not as warm as Nude 9. I feel like Nude 11 is more of a neutral color. And I can use, like I said, either one. Just depends on like the intensity of a bronze that I want. So you've got Nude 11 on this side and then Nude 9 on this side. And I'm liking Nude 9 a lot. So I might try to even it out and add a little more of Nude 9 over here. And then I'll add a little of Nude 11 over here to kind of even it all out. Let's start off with Parade. This is one of the foil shades, and I'm using the My Kid Co. Soft Blender brush. It's the 1.27 brush. Look at this shade, isn't it gorgeous? There is Parade right there, and you can see all of like the different shades and tones in this particular shadow or product. So I like to start off with Colorfix at the base of my lid. It's what she does, and it's a really good way of doing it because you can work up and blend up. It also helps to make for a shade turn into a transition shade by applying the most concentrated portion of the pigment at the base of the lid and then blending up. So that is my preferred method of application because number one, she does it and it makes sense. So applying that all over the lid, I call myself saying, I'm just gonna do a simple look, nothing too major. And then I'm starting out with this nice, beautiful, multicolored shade. I mean, we can still do like a little simple look. Another thing about Colorfix that I love, especially when you're getting into really any of her like colors, they are all one and done looks. Like for Valentine's Day, I saw her do this nude look and I was like, oh, I must recreate this. And I used, was it Nude 9? Yeah, I used Nude 9 all over my eyes as my one and done eye look for Valentine's Day. It was such a pretty all over nude look. And I was here for it. Now going in with this shade right here called Tribe. This is a beautiful plum eggplant shade. And so I'm gonna blend it so you can see what it looks like. So there is Tribe, where are we at? Right there. So blending that shade and now adding Tribe right here. And let me go in with a smaller brush. So taking the My Kid Co 1.20 brush, and I like this because it's small and I can really concentrate that shade where I want it to be. And I would say, once again, it's great to use smaller brushes with Colorfix on the eyes because you want to blend as quickly as possible and you want to keep the pigment where you want it to be. With powder, you have the luxury of being able to blend at your leisure. So if you were to go in with a more fluffy brush, you're not going to be as concerned with where it's going. And you know, if you add too much here, you can easily just kind of wipe it off and keep it moving. But don't always have that flexibility with Colorfix. So here, something that I've learned, because this has already started to set, a great way to blend out the edges is just with your finger. And like I said, it helps to warm the product up. And as you can see, the harshness of this shade is diffusing with the added help of blending it with my finger. For the inner corner of the upper lid, I'm gonna go in with this metallic cream shade called Ballerina. And I'll go back in with the soft blender brush from My Kitco, the 1.27 brush, and just kind of flip it around. It has a little bit of parade left on it, which I like. I love it when I can like blend my shadows together so that there's not such harsh transitions. Like my goal is to make it all look, you know, fluid. So I'm okay that there's still a little bit of parade on there because it'll just help to blend into Ballerina. And then I'll go back in with the My Kitco brush that I was using to initially apply Tribe, the 1.20 brush. I'm gonna take that and just, without adding any extra product, blend out the edges here. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going in with this matte shade called Chocolate. It is a brown shade with a reddish hue, and taking my Sungyuji Pencil Pro brush and concentrate that shade right very close to the lower lash line. Going in with my Refer 16 brush, this brush is clean, and I'm gonna use that to start to blend out this shade called Chocolate, because I don't want this to be harsh at all. Now, part of me wants to go really bold and add the turquoise shade here, Mermaid, but I don't know. I kind of want to because I feel like this look just could go for a pop of color, so we'll see. So taking my Refer 29 brush, oh, this is pretty. That is so pretty. I love it. I love it. Okay, let me finish it off. I like mixing it in with chocolate, so I think I'm gonna take more of Chocolate and like mix it in with Mermaid to just kind of ground it a bit, but then still allow for Mermaid to pop through. So let's do that. So starting at this point of the lid and kind of just blending it, feathering it, if you will, into Mermaid. And then I will go in with the Sungyuji brush that I used to initially apply Chocolate and just blend out the edges to further assist the blend. And there we go. I like that a lot. And then for the inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go in with this foil shade called Fantasy. And I have a no-name brush, and we're just going to apply it right here. And then blend it onto the lower lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off the eyes, and then we'll come back for cheeks and lips, and we'll be done. Eyes are done. So we are going to go in with the matte shade called Latte for blush. And I love Latte. I have used this shade so many times as a blush shade or as a lip color for, you know, a monochromatic type of look. So going back in with the My Kitco 0.21 brush and just taking a little bit onto the cheek and then blending. And I forgot to warm my nose up, so I'm taking a little bit of Nude 9 and just warming up the sides of my nose just so that the center of my face is not looking so flat. That's a little better. Okay, so blush is blended in. And now for highlight. So I don't have a shade that is like that I would call a traditional highlight. The only shade that I have that could be used as a highlight is Nebula. Nebula is gorgeous and it's a full foil shade. However, this is gold and I feel like my eye look is pulling more cool. So I'm gonna just take Kaleidoscope, which is the glaze shade that I initially applied on my lips, and we're going to apply that to the high points of the face, and that will be our highlight for today. I'm gonna take a Rephr 15 brush and dip that into glaze, and then we will just tap here. And so we get a nice wet look. So not necessarily a highlight, but a nice wet look. And if you're curious, yes, I did pick up some of the product that was on my face, but not enough to where it looks patchy. So, and you can of course leave your feedback in the comment section if you see something that I don't. Now onto lips. That's the question of the hour. Now, I am not gonna do this, but I really wanna wear a primary red. Look at that red. Come on, such a beautiful shade. But I'm not gonna do that. So I guess we need to keep the lips kind of neutral. You know what, let's go on with the other glaze shade. This is in Cupcake. And let's take a little bit of chocolate because I'm looking at my lips and I'm like, you look a little bland. And guys, this is the finished look. What do we think of an entire full face of Colorfix? I really like how everything came together, and I just can't say enough good things about Colorfix. I think these products are definitely for your makeup artist. I think if you are a makeup artist and you're building your kit, these could definitely be easy for you to kind of quickly add to your collection. They're $18 a piece, but if you are able to get a pro discount, like I know Riot Beauty offers it, Camera Ready Cosmetic offers it, even on her website, then I know Riot Beauty offers you 40% off of pretty much all of their products, so then you can get them for around $14 a piece. And I also love that as a makeup artist, when I'm using Colorfix, in terms of sanitation, very simple, because if I'm using a palette, I love that the product essentially cannot get contaminated if I'm always working with a clean palette. You know, I'm never dipping like the brush into the product here, and these are also travel friendly. But if you're not a makeup artist and you're just an everyday person who loves makeup and you want some products that you can really work with quickly, that can give you such great color payoff, great pigmentation, allows you to mix and match, then like Colorfix is for you. And you know, even if you are just the most simple person, like I'm telling you, Celebration by itself, Riley could put this on her eyes and she'd be rocking, okay? Like, this is so foolproof. This is just my favorite shade, so that's why I keep talking about it. But it's so foolproof, and if you found a shade like Celebration that worked for you, then it could be like literally your 2-second eye look that you put on the lid, blend it out, and you're just completely done. So don't feel intimidated by Colorfix. It is not just for makeup artists or pro makeup lovers and enthusiasts. You definitely, you know, have to learn how to use the product, and hopefully the tips I shared with you in this video are helpful. Like I said, my biggest suggestion, start with the tiniest amount. I mean, when you put that smidge of product on your palette or the back of your hand and you think, is this enough? It's already enough. And then build from there. And once you get, you know, the hang of using it, you find yourself, I mean, at least for me, let me just talk about myself. I find myself reaching for these products for my eye looks over my palettes. And like I had mentioned in my favorites video, I really had no interest in buying eyeshadow palettes for you know, like a nice bit of like January and February, because I was just like, I just want to use my Colorfix products. They're such great products to work with other eyeshadow palettes. or with other eyeshadows. They're great by themselves, as you can see. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So like I said, with Colorfix, find the shades that you feel you can use over and over and over again. Obviously, one tube will last you a long time because you don't need a lot. And go from there and explore. Like I said, I would suggest, if you're interested in trying Colorfix, try to find like one shade that you think you could, use more than once, and get a feel for the product. See how it works, see what brushes you have and see how they work. Do you like your finger better? Just get a feel for the product. And if you find yourself like reaching for it time and time again, then just keep adding to it. But I love all of my Colorfix. I can't, I can't say I love one formula better than the other, but I guess I would say I really enjoy the matte formulas and the nude formulas. I mean, I guess I could pick a favorite. If I had to choose, like, the nude formulas are, the shades are just so beautiful. I love them all. But then the foils and the mattes, like, I just love all Colorfix. I just love it all. And if you really made it to this point in the video, hand clap for you, because I already know this video was extremely long, and I knew it was going to be long, but I wanted it to be as detailed as possible. And I figured, this video might be helpful in just helping you understand the products more, how to use them, tips and tricks that I've learned just from using them, and finding ways to use them and use them to the best of my ability. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If there are still questions that you have, leave them down in the comment section. I would love to be able to answer them for you, or find the answer for you if I don't know, because I'm sure I left out stuff. I'm sure I did. And like I said, I'm not Danessa, so there's things that if you do ask me and if I don't know the answer, I will get it for you by doing my own research and looking at her website and her products and see if I can find that answer for you. Yeah, and if you made it to this point in the video and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.